didn't want. Democratic leadership just fell into Donald Trump's trap. This week, they thought they got Trump to flip sides on immigration. In reality, the Democrats were the ones who got conned. When Trump announced the impending end of DACA, the left lost their collective minds. They called the decision pure cruelty and began desperate efforts to save the program in Congress. But here's the thing, ending DACA was never part of Trump's agenda. He made the announcement because the unconstitutional program was about to get challenged in the courts, and it was almost certainly going to lose. Rather than let that happen, Trump wanted the program written into law. That's where he saw his opportunity. Trump realized that Democrats were so desperate to save the program, he knew he could use DACA to push elements of his immigration plan Democrats would never agree to under normal circumstances. And it worked. This morning, Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer announced that they were in talks with the president to pass a border security package in addition to DACA. Both sides agreed that the White House and the Democratic leaders would work out a border security package, Pelosi and Schumer said in a joint statement. Possible proposals were discussed including new technology, drones, air support, sensor equipment, rebuilding roads along the border and the bipartisan McCall-Thompson bill. While there is no mention of the wall in their statement, Trump says that he wouldn't do anything without funding. But that funding could be supplied separately from this deal. In fact, some money has already been appropriated. So, for now, Trump just got even more than what he was asking for. While he wanted Congress to work on a DACA replacement, he used them to secure our border in ways they would never agree to normally. Share so everyone knows that Trump is still delivering on border security. Otherwise, the media will lie and say he caved. Amazing. Trump was just spotted in Florida doing something unthinkable for survivors. First thing this morning, President Donald Trump, First Lady Melania, and Vice President Pence hopped on board Air Force One to head down to Florida. They were initially gonna go and observe the damages, but that was not enough for our loving president. Nope, Donald Trump is a man of the people, and that's exactly where he went. Instead of going home, Trump headed to a shelter and did something amazing. He fed the masses. That's right, y'all, the president of our great nation was spotted in Naples, Florida, handing out sandwiches and talking to those worst hit by the hurricane. He swore to the victims on the spot that, "We are there for you 100%. But that wasn't the only promise that Trump made from Florida. Today, he told cameras around him how special Floridians are before promising he would be back again to help them out. "This is a state that I know very well, as you understand. These are special, special people, and we love them. We love these people, we're going to be back, and we're going to help them." Love him or hate him, there is no rational person in the country who won't see what he did today and be impressed. However, if the MSM has their way, they won't see this at all. That's why it falls on all y'all, the people, to share this out and let the world see what Trump did for Florida after Hurricane Irma. Lindsey Graham just threatened to take down Comey. Look what he's about to do to him. Senator Lindsey Graham just threatened to subpoena James Comey so that he can address the lies in his testimony about the Hillary Clinton email case. "He's coming one way or the other," Graham, RSC, told Fox News. When asked if he would subpoena Comey, Graham said, "I would, yes." Comey is now going to be brought back before the court after the news came out that Comey had already made the decision to exonerate her before interviewing her in the email case. Comey has not addressed these claims, but they are very against his sworn testimony. Graham also mentioned that Comey told people that he took over the case because he was worried that the Russians had an email between the DNC and the Justice Department trying to rig the Clinton investigation. "I can't make sense of this," Graham said. "I'm very suspicious of the timing. I'm very suspicious of the reason. There is so much to be determined here. Comey needs to come back. What was his real reason for clearing Hillary Clinton? Had he made up his mind before he even talked to her? Share this everywhere if you want Comey to come back before the Senate Judiciary. We need to make sure that every senator sees this and calls for it. Corruption: Obama's devious dealings revealed, and this will ruin him forever. Patriots have known for quite some time, like maybe since 2008, that the Obama administration was full of corruption. Democrats love to paint him as a saint, but saint he is not. Yet another example of his corruption has just come out. And, of course, it has to do with millions of dollars of taxpayer money. Obama's presidential campaign advertising agency, GMMB, received nearly $60 million in federal contracts after he took office. Most of that money came from the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. That agency was created by none other than Elizabeth Warren, when she worked as an Obama appointee in the Department of the Treasury. Watch this. Courtesy of the Obama White House via YouTube.com. Yep, that's Obama, with Warren, nominating the CFPB's unconstitutional director. Congress and lower federal courts have said that the CFPB is unconstitutional because its director can only be removed for cause, whereas all others in similar positions can be removed at the president's will or have specific terms. Furthermore, the CFPB does not have normal congressional oversight because of where Obama and Warren created it to be housed. Sound fishy yet? According to Republican Sean Duffy, who chairs the House Financial Services Subcommittee on Housing and Insurance, even though the CFPB's structure was found to be unconstitutional, it still runs amok, unaccountable to the American people and to Congress, and pushes its murky, far-left agenda. Why you have a major Democratic insider receiving a massive amount of taxpayer money, Phil Gerpen, president of American Commitment, a conservative political activist group, told the Daily Caller. He thinks this requires tremendous scrutiny. Do you agree? I sure do. If you do, too, please get this shared out, so everyone has eyes wide open. And comment "cut the crap, Dems." H.T. The Daily Caller. He flipped. What Jimmy Carter just said about DACA will make Trump's jaw drop. Well, folks, the dam finally just broke. A former Democrat president, Jimmy Carter nonetheless, just flipped on his own party to give Trump something nobody else would. Jimmy Carter used a speech in Georgia today to let the people know that Trump's canceling DACA with a 6-month delay is pure political genius. According to Carter, the existence of DACA was really just a band-aid that Congress was using to address the issue of the illegal immigrants who were forced here by their parents and spent their lives in the U.S. Carter also said that Trump canceling it was the only way we can ever solve it once and for all. So basically, as long as the president was willing to keep DACA, all Democrats and Republicans would not talk about the issue because they didn't have to. The thing they won't tell you about DACA, though, is that it actually creates a second class of citizen. Those illegal immigrants in the program are not Americans. They must apply for a work visa every 2 years and are limited in their rights. Well, that's one president down. Jimmy Carter has now committed the unspeakable sin of the Democrats and sided with President Trump. That's more than we can say for either Bush. If you all think it's high time these former presidents show up to support Trump, help to get this out and make them do it. After Jennifer Lawrence blamed Trump for hurricanes, she got the worst news of her life. Jennifer Lawrence may be one of Hollywood's brightest stars, but her allure isn't immune to controversy. Last week, while on a promotion tour for her upcoming movie, Mother, Lawrence blamed Hurricanes Harvey and Irma on Donald Trump. You know, you're watching these hurricanes now, and it's really hard, especially while promoting this movie, not to feel Mother Nature's rage and wrath, Lawrence said when asked about Trump's election victory. Well, Now she's about to feel the wrath of the movie-watching public. According to Breitbart, Mother is on track to become the lowest-earning wide release of Lawrence's career. Its opening box office is projected to be as low as $12 million. For comparison, nearly all of Lawrence's other widely released movies made north of $50 million. The Hunger Games: Catching Fire made north of $150 million. I guess you can't insult the president that half the country voted for and expect them to watch your movie. Share so that everyone sees that there are consequences for baseless attacks against our president. Because Hollywood needs to stop attacking Trump. Trump just came out of the plane and said something that has Washington freaking out. President Trump said on Thursday that efforts by Susan Rice to unmask associates' identities in intelligence are just the tip of the iceberg. She slammed former Obama National Security Advisor just days after she spoke to House investigators. She's not supposed to be unmasking, and what she did was wrong, and that's just the tip of the iceberg, Trump told Fox News on Air Force One. He then added, "I heard she admitted to unmasking yesterday." A senior Capitol Hill source told Fox News that Susan Rice has given a dozen reasons for her actions during the meeting with House Intelligence Committee. According to CNN, Rice wanted to learn why the Crown Prince of the UAE was in New York last year meeting Michael Flynn, Jared Kushner and Steve Bannon in December. "I leaked nothing to nobody," Rice told MSNBC. She originally told Judy Woodruff in March that she knew nothing about the unmasking of Trump associates. "This needs to get out ASAP. The media is covering it up and we need to get these criminals in the prison that they belong in. Share this everywhere, patriots." Thanks for reading. Seconds after arriving in Florida, jaws dropped when people saw what Melania had on her feet. First Lady Melania Trump managed to wow the entire nation once again today. Not with her supermodel looks or her unbelievable displays of kindness. Nope. Everyone was wowed by what was on her feet. I'm sure by now all y'all remember that little incident in Texas where the media lashed out at Melania for working in high heels. Well, she was not gonna let that happen twice. The media even tried to make fun of her shoes when she got on the plane this morning. As you can see, she was wearing some stylish black designer shoes. Of course, that did not last very long. However, by the time the Trumps landed in Florida for their visit, Melania made a very big change. She switched her designer shoes for Converse sneakers to shut the media up for good. The MSM are hating this picture right here because it proves how petty and hateful they really are. Ouch. Way to go, First Lady Melania. You clearly know how to look great in anything you wear. Plus, this was not about clothes, this was about Florida. Now it's up to you to help get this shared everywhere to let the First Lady know that real Americans have her back.